Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Chosen Lifelines for Men. My name is Walter Jennings. I am your chosen life specialist, where we have been called to challenge and, if necessary, change the motivation, mentality, and mettle of men. Today, I want to share a couple minutes with you in regard to mentality and those individuals who have a social mentality. People with a social mentality, they yield satisfaction from interacting with other people. They are people. They enjoy talking. They enjoy the company of others, and many times they also really prefer the physical closeness of others. Social people not only enjoy people, but they tend to like to be helpful as well, and they are thought of as helpers. Social people are attracted to jobs and work environments that allow them the opportunity to engage regularly with the public and with other people. So the question then becomes, if you have a social mentality and personality, do you have a job or career that aligns with your personality and your mentality? Sometimes it is important for us to do an inventory and to take into account if our personality and our mentality is in alignment with some of the opportunities and paths that we have in life. And we know that in certain seasons of our life, we're going to find ourselves in places where we have a job, a career, responsibilities, have some endeavors that we're undertaking that are contrary to who we are. And so being able to adapt to those things and to extract the lessons from them is very important, but we want to be careful that we're not allowing ourselves to be limited in the expression of our personality and mentality because we haven't taken the time to really think through if what we are doing is in alignment with who we are. So it's important for individuals that have a social mentality, that have a really social personality, to make sure that their vocation and their career and their endeavors align with that mindset. So some of the challenges that individuals that have a social mentality have, number one, is that they may occasionally come across as harsh, aggressive, controlling, and arrogant. And that is part of the reason why that is because they're so outgoing. They are so expressive. They don't have a problem with really sharing their viewpoints and opinions, and so people can be turned off by that. And this is not an encouragement for individuals who are social to mute or to limit themselves in those things, but just to become more self-aware in how individuals may be receiving them. The second challenge that individuals who are social may encounter is that they are likely to stand in the spotlight more rather than giving it to others. So these individuals, they are seen as the life of the party. Everyone enjoys when they're around. They're usually, again, very festive and interactive. And so that can oftentimes take the attention away from other people. There are certain individuals where because they are the life of the party, they can oftentimes suck the life out of others who are there. Now, someone may be listening to this and saying, well, that's not our responsibility to worry about the well-being of others. Well, it actually is if you are a social person, because that type of mentality can actually discourage relationships. And so it's important that in being social, that individuals who have a social mentality, that they yield the floor and allow space for other opinions and other voices and perspectives to be heard. Number three, individuals who have a social mentality, they may oftentimes struggle with completing projects. And this is because for two reasons. The first reason is that oftentimes when a person is working on a project, it is not always a social project. And again, because individuals who are social thrive on that connection and that opportunity to engage with others, those individual components where it's just them, they can really struggle when they don't have that energy from other people. The other component is that it oftentimes requires them to focus on just one task or one assignment. And people who have a social mentality like being able to move around. They like being able to bounce around and to address different things at their leisure. And so people that have this type of mentality can be challenged to really complete projects and see things through to the end. However, it is very important for these individuals to have that type of encouragement again and to be engaged in things that really feed into their mentality and their personality. So again, thank you so much for joining me for this Chosen Lifeline for Men. If you are looking for more tips and strategies and tools or guidance as it relates to strengthening and sharpening the motivation, the mentality, and the mettle in your life, I would love to speak with you. Be sure to reach out to us on chosenlifespecialist.com. Book a session. I'd love to speak with you soon. Thank you again for joining me for this Chosen Life for Men moment. My name is Walter Jennings for a Chosen Life Specialist, where we have been called to challenge and, if necessary, change the motivation, mentality, and mettle of